Earbuds Podcast, presented by Headliner Music Club.
Welcome to the Earbuds Podcast, brought to you by Headliner Music Club. This is episode number 4, the first episode of 2024, so it's only right to do it right, I guess, right? This is our first episode of the new year. We got a special guest on this episode, which is pretty awesome. And before we introduce him, let's just go around the room. Say what's up, Neil Jackson. How you doing?
Hey, good. It is still brick here.
I know what that means now. I got it. I got it.
Just
thank you.
Just had to throw that out there. Just a little test.
Thank you to everyone that's managed to DM me, send me actual postal mail, and I
shout out to Home Depot that actually mailed him bricks.
Yeah, thanks to everybody. I'm not even lying. There's probably 50, 60 people that hit me. And they're like, "Dude, you don't know what brick is?" And I'm like, "No, man, I don't." And I finally got it at this point, and it's brick in Chicago because it's only I think 4 degrees right now. So yeah.
Wow.
So I got it.
New York isn't even that brick.
Yeah, we're pretty brick over here. But
they got the lake effect over there.
Yeah, it's kind of chilly. But so Five, how are your bricks? Right?
No. We're in
no.
Yo,
you had it so good until you didn't.
All right. Well,
you mean the weather?
Yeah. Nice. I was trying to get how's the
weather? Nice California winter. We're in the 40s right now. You know, it's a little not too brick, but
it's mild
brick enough to where get to layer up real quick, you know.
Nice. And for our guest we got on today's show, CRG, born and raised in Houston, Texas, and now he was in San Antonio, and now he's in Austin, so just pretty much all over Texas. So how's the weather out in your area?
It's cold as shit. For sure.
That's how you say it in Texas.
It's 15 degrees. So yeah, it's pretty bad out here too. So.
Now, and you were saying people's pipes were bursting?
Yeah. So we had somebody in our apartment complex burst their pipes and it's literally flooding their apartment. I'm like, holy shit. So
damn. And you went to that polar vortex that one year, right? Like a couple years ago?
Yeah, when everything was there for like a week. That was bad.
That was gnarly. I was worried about you guys out there, man.
I didn't have electricity, I think, for like 2 weeks.
What?
No, I said I didn't have electricity for like 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. That was wild.
Yeah.
Do you guys do like the water drip thing? You know about that secret?
Oh, yeah. They make us do that now. Ever since that big vortex storm, everybody's like very aware of that.
I feel like that's one of those things that if you're up north, like we all know about the water drip.
Wait, what is that? I don't know about that.
Oh, you don't know what the water drip?
Nah.
Is that like waterboarding or something? Like what is going on here?
The water drip. You got to know. You go ahead. Tell
so
them.
Basically what they make you do now is like if you're going to leave the house or anything like that, you let all the faucets drip. And then on top of that, all your sinks, you open them up and turn on the heater. That way the pipes stay warm and it helps the whole. So basically to keep the water running, because what happens, how the pipes burst is when they get frozen inside with the pressure. That's why they make you drip it. That way the water's still going no matter what.
Drip.
Drip. Yep. See, we're not just a music podcast. We teach you about how to not have your pipes burst.
That's wild.
So, man, just giving a little tidbits here.
Yeah. There's the other drip. DIY, if you got that drip, you know what I mean? There's the other drip. I don't know if you know about that, Jerzy.
The actual drip.
Oh, y'all need drip? You got drip?
Got that drip on deck.
We'll get to that one. Just guys, catching up on everything. It is a new year. Happy 2024. So I'm glad we're all here together and we made it. And how was everyone's New Year's parties? And how was the beginning of the new year? I guess middle of January. It's kind of it's a kind of a weird season, I guess, because people are kind of resetting. So how are you guys doing with everything?
I'll go first, man. New Year's been fine, man. It's been brick out here a little bit. Back on my health shit. Wait, are we talking about New Year's Eve too? Are we talking about gigs right now? Oh, okay.
I mean, because New Year's Day and New Year's Eve are way different.
Yeah. Well, New Year's Eve was fun. I was in San Diego. I think we mentioned it the last pod. I was at Oxford. Everything, no mishaps, man. Everything went down smoothly. Played Old Lang Syne and into Should we save this for another segment, or are we talking about where we play New Year's Eve?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I just want to catch up, man. I just want to see how you've been doing.
You know what it is? I'm getting the two podcasts mixed up. Because we talked about this on Fourth Meal too. Oh no. So I ended up playing. We were talking about we were gonna play like John Summit or like whatever songs we're gonna play. So I ended up playing Rich Baby Daddy, and just went that route because it was like more hip hop crowd. And yeah, man, had a good time. Blacked out, hung over the next day, and I regret taking the New Year's Day gig because I had to drive back to LA from San Diego. Holy moly, guacamole! And
wow,
then,
you played on New Year's Day?
I did Do Over.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So that was a fun set. I ended up playing just.
You did that on sticks too, huh?
Yeah. Did R&B set. You know.
Damn.
Walked up. J-Rock and Rhetmatic was on. They're on Serato vinyl, playing like all like the golden era bangers. I come here with sticks and playing R&B. Yeah, I love them though, man. Like you know, walking up to your idols and shit. I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm walking up fucking USBs.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
All good though. Nah, they were cool though. J-Rock was actually kind of tripping out. He's like watching me. He's like, yo, I can't believe you're doing this on sticks, man. It's like, that's incredible. I'm like, all right, man, you're making me nervous, dude.
Like, dude, talk to me after.
Yeah.
Neil, how was everything on yours?
Mine was chill. I DJ'd the VIP area of Times Square, the Times Square ball drop.
Oh yeah.
So I played nothing.
Were you outside?
No. So the area is actually blocked off in one of the spaces. So where the ball drop, like street level, the Hard Rock Cafe is like right next to it.
Okay.
So that area is barricaded.
Is Olive Garden still over there?
You know,
oh yeah,
I don't know.
Do they do anything for New Year? I mean, that would be my highlight New Year's Eve.
No,
gig.
they do.
Like, that would be. I would love to do it.
Have a dinner at Olive Garden?
No, I don't want to have dinner. Yeah, I'll eat dinner there too. But I want to do my show in Times Square at Olive Garden at that. So if anyone can make that happen,
dude, I think it's like $300-400, like for the New Year's Eve at Olive Garden.
breadsticks. Oh,
all you can eat breadsticks, and then you do the watch the ball drop from Times Square.
Damn.
Olive Garden. I would do that one year, man.
See, me and you. We should
next year, if we're not booked or if you want to take that night off, we should just
people know about
broadcast
that,
from there.
People are not aware of what goes on in Olive Garden, but I'm down for that. CRG, how was your New Year's? How was everything?
It was good. Kind of long, actually. So I doubled up over there. I had to open up for a show at Summit. I don't know if you ever heard these guys named Vavo. They do like country remixes.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're pretty big here in Texas when it comes to them.
EDM guys, right?
EDM,
where are they,
yeah.
Are they from?
Man, I just learned that term.
Are they from Texas?
I think they are, but if not, they're probably from Nashville, one of the two. But yeah, they're actually getting a lot of streams because it's like all the Morgan Wallen, like the Sam Hunts, all that. They're getting remixed everything, and it just gives good energy and all that. And then I hopped over there to Voodoo Room and closed the night over there. Then a little after party, and
little afters.
I was home at 9 a.m. It's not too bad.
Wow.
Dang.
Do you guys have New Year's Day parties out there?
Oh, dude, this so they do like a back to back. So one place opens, then the next place opens, and then the last one opens like at 6 a.m. and closes at 9 a.m.
So there's no like a place could serve alcohol. I think in Chicago, I think it's at like 6 a.m. You can start serving. Like you can't serve
all illegal. Illegal.
You're saying your stuff is illegal. Okay, so we're not going to mention any names or any.
It's like a scallywag crawl.
Yo, last time I went to After Hours with CRG, I was playing craps with strippers on the floor.
It was a trap house.
I was playing dice.
So
yeah, threes.
You took me to CRG took me to a after party where people doing whippets. Still.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about
was weird.
that.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. But
wait, CRG took me to eat barbecue. That's all I got from CRG.
Yeah,
hey, the barbecue is really good.
Yeah,
the barbecue is really good.
It is definitely bomb.
I'm down to go to the barbecue spot, but I got the whippet party. So
dude, I want to see the whippet party. You take the barbecue.
Don't.
I don't want to see the whippet party.
No, you don't. As soon as he left, I left. He Irish goodbye everybody. I was like, I'm doing the same.
I was like, all right, man.
You guys are both in the same Uber, like.
It was weird, man. I'm telling you. He's like, yo, I got an after party. I'm like, cool, let's do it. And all I hear is ting, 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 ting. I'm like, what is that noise? And it's just, yeah, man. So yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, Austin is a lot of fun, and it's a good time. So cool. All right, I'm glad we all got to catch up. Let's move on to, let's go through the charts real quick. I know which everybody loves. Just hitting the Headliner Music Club charts real quick. Number one right now, currently, Kanye, Fade, the Cray Boy 2023 edit, Medusa.
Love it.
James. Oh, you love it. Okay, that's good.
I love that one.
James Medusa, James Carter, and a bunch of other people. Bad Memories, Beatbreaker, and Pat C. Bad edit, which is, it's probably good, even though it's the bad edit. At number two, number three is LaRue Bulletproof Tiger Toast 2023 remix. Nice. Bad Bunny, the Monaco Alex Dynamics edit. Ariana Grande, Break Free, number 5. And then we have a bunch more, but just kind of rounding out the top 5 for you guys. Moving on over to the Billboard Hot 100 charts currently. And Jack Harlow, I think we all kind of called it maybe a month ago when a song came out, but Lovin' On Me is number 1, which is doing pretty good. And realistically too, that song's been holding the top for probably all of December, but it's goofy because radio charts in general get messed up because of the Christmas holiday. So that was always like, that was probably number 6 or number 9, but it outside of Christmas music, it was number 1. So
you're playing just the original, right?
I can go. Talking about the Harlow, I play the original. I have like a little transition I do, and then or I play Nova's edit where he does the New Jack intro.
Yeah.
Because I come out of if I'm playing like Finesse, I come out of that with like a little New Jack set, and I come out into the Jack Harlow. It builds up like pretty dope.
I found a Get Busy blend, Sean Paul. That was actually
a wicked matchup.
Yeah, it was kind of. I don't know. I just feel that song doesn't give energy sometimes.
I was just gonna say that. Like, I feel like the feedback that I've gotten from people is that like they like the record and it does kind of have energy. Like it's I feel like a perfect opening record. Like early in the night, but it's a hit. So it's like that has to be a peak hour record. But so now you're smashing people in the face with these records, like, and now all of a sudden you're like, this Lovin' On Me is kind of just, I don't know, it's kind of chill, but
the thing is, for New York, we're not. I would love for that song to take off, but for some reason in the clubs, it's just not holding.
So filler in New York, basically.
Yeah. Like it's that one.
I can see that.
I try to fuse those two. It's like that one and Paint the Town Red. I try to put them because the energy level, it almost feels the same. Yeah. So one is actually towing the other, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I get in it. It doesn't do much going to Paint the Town Red or vice versa, and just
does Paint the Town Red go off?
Yeah, in certain rooms, it'll do good.
It goes off.
Yeah.
All right, well, back to the charts. Cruel Summer, Taylor Swift. Like I've said this before, I don't know are you guys playing that record at all?
I randomly played it this weekend.
Yeah, I'm just like a guy that, like, if it says summer, I feel like it's a summer thing. Like I don't know why. I just like records have seasons to me. So if I hear a song and I'm like, oh man, it feels like a winter record, and I don't know why, but that song was like massive in the summer. But I guess I don't know. Just want to put that out there. Greedy, Tate McRae. Have you guys playing anything from her?
No,
I'm not, but I've gotten a couple requests for her.
The song was big. I was in Vegas for New Year's and Pauly D was playing it, and that was the first time I heard it in the club, and it went off like at Marquee. Like he played a remix though. It was like an EDM remix. It was wild.
Pauly can get away with playing a lot of stuff too. So
yeah.
But you know what? I would say he could, but that was also a New Year's crowd. Like there was a very crazy demographics in that room, and it seemed like, I don't know, they all knew it. They were singing it, so it looked pretty promising. Number 4, Zach Bryan, I Remember Everything. I'm not sure if anyone touches that. Texas, do you?
Sometimes, but not really. It's like an early song, so
okay.
Yeah.
What else? Forgot where I'm at here. All right, Paint the Town Red, Doja Cat, number 5. SZA, Snooze, Wada, Tyla, and then Lose Control, Teddy Swims. Agora Hills is Doja Cat, number 9, and Morgan Wallen, Last Night, at number 10. That song is still hanging on. So, those.
I mean, are you
Everything
guys
is
still
never-
playing that record? I haven't played it in a while.
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, since summer.
Oh, I mean,
It's still banging.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, there's so many remixes now. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
like
I think I just got
EDM
tired of playing the ones I've been playing, so I just kind of
I feel
Took
like
it out of
that's still a big power record for me. Like,
nice.
I mean,
All right.
it's working well. Okay, TikTok top 50 charts. These are a little weird. Number 1 is Misty by Leslie Gore. It's like an old 50s song. Have you guys heard that before?
I mean, it
No.
sounds nice. I'm not touching that.
Yeah, it
I
was.
just-
I didn't know what it was.
just
I had to. Yeah, it's like I mean, her photo's in black and white. All right, number 2 is Everybody, Nicki Minaj, Lil Uzi. I think that song is a smash. Like,
Yeah.
I think we talked about it when that album came out. I think that's a huge hit. All right, Playboy Cardi, Sky. That song is still. Some reason it does not leave the TikTok charts.
It was a re-entry, and last month it was also a re-entry.
Yeah, you see that too. I don't understand. I mean, it just like goes out and comes right back in every second.
I think it goes back in like
hello there.
when he knows we're about to record.
It's the weirdest thing. Mitski, My Love, Mine, All Mine. Don't know that record.
Good.
It's dope, but I wouldn't.
Okay, it's chill, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The JID featuring 21 and Baby Tate. That record I've been hearing so much now, and I didn't realize it until like after we did the podcast. I was like, what is this record? And I would Shazam it. I'm like, oh, it's a surround sound record. So it's definitely making its way out. Lana Del Rey, Flo Milli, Project Pat, and then Nicki Minaj, FTCU, which I also love, and Murder on the Dance Floor, which is, I think that's the song from the Salt.
Is that why it went
Saltburn?
viral? Okay,
Yes.
it makes sense
Yes.
now.
What's it called? Saltburn? I was about to say Salt Lick, and that's
So-
just a
Sophie
barbecue
Ellis-
spot.
Yeah. Sophie Ellis Baxter.
Yeah, that record
That's-
is.
That record is huge in New York.
Yeah, huge.
It needs to be played. That's definitely a record. I think that it's definitely trending and people are aware of it. It's old though, right? It's from 2007.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
There's a good Tiger Toast edit on HMC. You guys,
Ooh, nice.
Wanna-
Okay.
Plug.
put it in the mix.
And then lastly, I want to bring up this chart, which is going to be a new entry right here. Apple Music City Charts, which apparently Neil's brought this up before, but I had no idea this thing existed. It's, if you're not aware of Apple Music, you don't need to have Apple Music to access these charts, but you can see what's popping in each city just by clicking on it's like a playlist. So like right now I'll go to like New York, and it's pretty much that everything that Neil talks about, so I could validate what he says is real. Like,
Yes,
but-
it checks out.
No, but it did, dude. Because half the time I think I'm like, all right, Neil's just feeding us some shit, you know? Like I'm like, all right, never heard of that.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
And this is exactly why the podcast is real. Because
Yeah,
I never
it's-
answered your phone calls because you never believed me anyway.
That was very true. Because he would throw me records, and I'm like, I don't think that's a thing. I never even heard of that. And then I'm going back, and you said 41 Bent, and I was like, you brought that back up. I think that was in October, and I was like, dude, we don't even know what that was, and it's number 8 on your city charts. So now we know where like you're getting these records from. And also in New York, it says Ariana Grande, yes, and question mark.
That's the new one.
But that
just
one's
came out.
trend. That one's trending
Yeah.
too on YouTube's on YouTube Music.
Is it a slow record? I never heard that one.
I've never.
It just
listened to
came out on
either.
Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just got some steam.
So
right
all the
now.
girls, she hasn't released a song in a while, so all the girls are on it right now. It's like Taylor Swift.
Is it chill? Is it upbeat? Is it a club record or no?
I haven't even heard it, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I haven't heard it either.
21 Savage has got 2 over here. We got Red Rum and Nia.
Yeah, that's the one with Travis Scott.
Yeah, both of them are dope.
Yeah. So are you playing them out yet? That just came out Friday, right?
Yeah, I haven't played it out yet, but they're dope.
I played Nia on Sunday when I was at Marquee in Vegas, and I had to sandwich it between a couple hits, but
People know it?
I played it because I wanted to hear it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
what about
no reaction yet?
All of Me is another one. It's on here.
That's the other bang. I mean, I don't think people are ready for it yet, but definitely like that. I mean, I've been listening to it. Like the album's good. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
The album's dope.
Yeah, no, really good.
It's a soundtrack though, right? Does anyone know that?
No, it's an album.
It's his album.
Yeah.
No, I thought he's doing a movie for it.
Oh, maybe tied in with the movie.
I think it's a hold on, I'm doing this right now. 21
Savage. 21 Savage
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, the movie's called
Donald Glover plays 21 Savage, no?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So this is the soundtrack, I guess, or it's the album that's supposed to accompany the movie.
But not a sound. It's not called the soundtrack.
I don't know. It doesn't say like soundtrack, so I don't know how they categorize that anymore. But I guess we can call it whatever. But I guess it's got some hits on there. Nicki, I want to circle back on the Nicki Minaj thing. That she is. I think that album. I know we talked about it when it came out, but I mean, she's got hits, and I think that from Everybody to was it FTCU, and what was the other one?
That
the
Press Play is the one I've been playing, and
which one is that?
Pretty hard. It's the one with Future.
With Future, okay. Is there a sample on that one?
I don't think it is. I'm not sure. I mean, everything's sampled. No, this was not sampled. This was like an original, like a hip hop trap beat.
The Girls Just Want to Have Fun. That was another record I saw Paulie play, and I was like, that went off. I mean, I don't know if that's just because they're familiar with it, but the energy was right on it.
I think all samples with nostalgia is just killing it right now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's a for sure thing. Can
I give a mention? The 21 Savage album came out and everybody was talking about it, but Kid Cudi's album was actually not bad.
That one was
I
really
was
good,
shocked.
actually.
You know what?
That one came
crazy.
out the same day.
Guys, I was putting this whole thing together, and I'm like looking for any type of info on the Kid Cudi, his album, because I started seeing like he's putting sculptures up and everything, and I was like, wait, did he have does he have an album or what's going on here? And I didn't see anything, and I didn't catch anything like, like usually you start seeing people are like, oh, this is the record or whatever. Like I didn't listen to the record yet either. Is there club stuff or is it more chill?
No, for me, I didn't hear any club stuff in it, but I just since we're talking about music, I have to just throw that out there. I was surprised.
It's like a Kid Cudi fan. Like that's what I grew up in college, like listening to, and that's what it is. It's like the fan base that likes Kid Cudi. It's like how people like Tyler the Creator. There's no club bangers, but it's like it's a dope album. Though.
It's a good listening
you can appreciate the
album.
album.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll give it a go.
Did you guys? This was not on our run of show over here, but I know I wanted to add it in because it came out last night. Did you guys, or was at least at the time of the recording right now? But the Coachella lineup. Do you guys have any thoughts on any of the? Did you guys see it? Did you guys have any questions? Like,
I saw a lot of people hating on it.
I mean, but that's like honestly everybody hates on that.
No, every year.
Everyone still goes and it sells out. Yeah,
I feel like it's very universal this year. Like with the No Doubt headline, that's pretty dope. I was like, wow.
I think that what got me was like usually Coachella, because we have Lollapalooza in Chicago, and like what you guys with New York,
pretty similar.
Governor's Ball, is that what's like the big festival?
Yeah,
out
they
there?
announced both those lineups almost at the same time. It seemed like.
I feel like these festivals are starting to have a hard time booking. Like, Coachella used to be the one that they would bring back a band that hasn't been together for many, many years, and I think No Doubt would be in that category. But the other headliners, I don't know if that's. I don't know. It didn't move the needle for me. I was like, I mean, they're good, but they're not like anything that's like, wow, these people are coming back together. They put this, they haven't toured forever. And then usually I feel like Coachella starts everything out, and then all the other festivals kind of go and like they had Outkast again. Remember when they did Outkast like 8 years ago? And then every festival after that had Outkast. So then it was, by the time it got to, Austin, was it Austin City Limits or something like that? Because you guys are at the end. Yeah, you guys are at the end. and then Coachella is like in the beginning, so it's like it's like a trickle down. But
It's just like it's a festival circuit, just like we do all the club circuits and travel around. It's festivals do the same thing.
But I felt like Coachella used to be different. Like they would bring a band that wasn't like did they bring Rage Against the Machine out? But like
Coachella did, yeah.
Yeah, so like bands that like Blink-182 hasn't toured forever, they put them together for the first time. Like that was always a staple for me when I was like, man, whoever Coachella announces, we can either expect a tour from him or they're going to be on a festival circuit.
Right.
This year I didn't see anybody that was like, wow, that person or that group. I mean, besides No Doubt, it was kind of.
I was stoked about Blur.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I didn't see Blur.
Blur, I was surprised that they didn't put them at the bottom as far as like bands that are coming back together, because I don't think Blur is. I know that they came out with an album recently, but Blur is actually one of those creepers that they have a cult following, a huge cult following.
I think rock's coming back. I mentioned this before, but I think rock is going to have a resurgence. Like Green Day just put a new album out, but I feel like there hasn't been rock in so many years since like the early 2000s that was like the top of music. And I think you're going to start seeing a lot more, especially with like No Doubt and all these people kind of like Fall Out Boy did a whole tour last year. I think they're doing another one. Blink-182, like it's slowly creeping back up.
Emo music in Austin right now is hitting super hard.
Are there emo parties?
Oh yeah, I just one this past Wednesday. Insane, like, and it's packed, like insanely packed. They do it every first Wednesday. It's called Jimmy Eat Wednesdays, pretty much, and it's like an emo party.
So it's like it's kind of like Warped Tour,
pretty much.
Yeah, like those type, like that type of music.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, they're in this Coachella lineup. They brought up a few bands. Deftones. They got Taking Back Sunday.
Oh yeah. I saw that in the bottom.
Yeah, they got some pretty. I mean, I like the lineup. I don't love it, but I do like it. I like it
mixed.
better. Yeah, it's very mixed.
Would you go out there to take photos in a really cute outfit?
Hell yeah,
dude! I haven't been to a Coachella since like, I think like I've only been to like the first 4. I think.
Damn.
You went to the first one? Jesus.
Yeah, I usuld to live in California. I used to live like 40 minutes from there.
What year was that?
Oh my God, 1999, 2000, 2000.
I wasn't even born yet. That's why. It's good, man. That's awesome.
They had cars back then too.
Brick didn't exist at that point.
It did not exist.
It was just cold then.
Yeah, it was just cold. We just said it was a bit chilly. Okay, moving on to all right. Let's just go through your top picks. Top 5 new records you're playing out. Who wants to start out of you 3? I'll let somebody.
How about our guest?
Okay.
Yeah.
CRG, go ahead, man. Top 5 records that you're really feeling right now in a nightclub space.
Yeah, it can be remixes, edits, whatever.
So the press play, Nicki Minaj and Future, I've been like running that recently. It's been doing really good. Man, edit wise, there's so many. Like I have that Smack That to Ready to Dance with Revis. Man, that one's like really good because it's like a good house and like obviously pop commercial blend. The other one is that Sandstorm by Thomas Anthony remix. It's like high big room energy.
I think Sandstorm is like, I was playing it as a joke for a little bit and I was like laughing as I was playing it, but I was the only one laughing because people really like love Sandstorm again. So like sometimes those records are coming back. I'm like, haha, yeah, I'm fucking around. And they're like, no, man, this is dope. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. I'm not joking anymore.
Every time I hear Sandstorm, I think of early 2000s Tao, like mid 2000s Tao, when I had to play Sandstorm at 2:30 a.m. and they do a whole Sandstorm show with Jimmy Green up. You know Jimmy from Live? Dude.
They had like
Scratchy,
the whole production for it?
Dude, it was wild. It started off as a joke, right? Jimmy was like, yo, play Sandstorm at like 3 a.m. Vice would drop it, and then like comes to Thursday, he's like, yo, play Sandstorm. Vice played it last week. It was crazy. and then he'll go into like do a whole dance like routine. It was the wildest shit, and they did that for years.
They gotta make a comeback. That's awesome.
Man,
Wow.
Yeah.
Sandstorm was huge when that
That means
came
Jimmy's
out.
got to bring that back.
That was like my prom song. Like-
What?
No, but back.
Jesus.
What?
it was a fucking slapper, man. I'm telling you. I'm not no bullshit.
Actually-
That was my prom song. Like that was 100% my prom
I
song.
kind of want to know what year Sandstorm came out.
2000.
99, 2000. Yeah.
No.
2000. 2000.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Right
Yeah.
on the dot.
Dude,
That
I
was,
remember we used to, that song was so big. I remember me and Vice would go to like desert raves, Audiotistic.
Oh yeah.
Big shout out to Milo for that one.
Wow.
But yeah, we would go there. We just drive into the middle of the desert, and then you see this like dust cloud, and you just drive.
sure that was
through
at Burning
it,
Man?
And all of a sudden, no. I've never. I can't do. I mean, no disrespect.
I need a
for
bathroom, man.
burners,
I can't.
But
I need like a clean bathroom.
yeah, I take way too many showers to be going out
Dude,
there.
I have an issue with cleanliness. Like, I need my hands washed. I'm not good with dust either. As a kid, I stopped playing Little League because I got really dusty, and I just didn't like my socks getting dusty, rocks in my shoes. Like, I do not do well in those situations.
Yeah.
Wait, are you
No.
the type that like when you get home, you have
Yes.
to like change your clothes before you get in bed?
Oh, 100%.
You can't
I
have
shower
outside
before I go to
clothes?
bed.
I shower, bro. I
shower
shower
before I go
after
to
the
bed.
club. I shower. Everything.
I don't
No,
even
no,
care how
not-
drunk I am.
Not even
I'll
after
shower.
the club. Like, just say like you went out to like get lunch and you come back home.
If I
and then,
interact with people, I'm going back home and taking a shower.
like, wow.
That's it.
Oh my God. Wait, do you shower after work? Like after coming home from the club, do you take a shower or do you just climb into bed?
No, I shower. Fuck that.
I climb right
I
into
shower
bed,
after
man.
an airplane.
You climb into bed, Five?
I'm a
Man.
dirty motherfucker, man.
bro.
I get it in.
Bro, I'll take a shower before the airplane before I fly because I just to like wake up. I'll take a flight, and as soon as I land, I take another shower. Like
I shower
have to,
after I fly. I have to
Yeah.
shower after I
Well,
fly
after
and
I fly,
after the club.
yeah.
And the only reason that became a habit is because Texas got so hot in the summer. Every time you got home, you showered
Ugh.
from your day gig, and then you would go back to the night gig, you DJ, and it'll be hot in there too. Come back home and shower. So it became a habit. That's the only
Yeah, you
reason
got
I
like
do it.
you got swamp butt.
Yeah. Mud butt.
Oh right.
Swamp ass over
Well,
there.
you can clip that, James. Thanks, man. CRG, what else you got? You had Sandstorm. Sorry, we cut you off there. Some side stories, but what else you got?
So that Soak City, obviously, that one's like been running here in Texas now. Finally,
Yeah.
So it's moved over there. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
it's moved
slowly like migrating. I feel like it was a West Coast LA record, and then I played it in Chicago right the day before New Year's, and no one knew it. Maybe 3 people, but at Tao, and they were just kind of giving me blank stares. But
and and then obviously the last one, "Fuck This Club Up" by Nicki Minaj. That's just a banger, man.
cool. Neil 5, what do you guys?
I can go. Well, Soak City was on my list, but Nick Morgan, Shook Part 3 is a house remix of Mobb Deep. It's a banger. I played it out. I've been playing out. I played it actually, first time at Marquee this weekend. It went off. You Remind Me, Usher, FS Green remix edit. A banger. Played that one out a lot. Nova's edit of Loving on Me. And I don't know, like I have a 21 Savage Pop Your Shit or Red Rum banger. Well, it didn't bang this weekend, but I think I'm gonna keep playing it.
It will bang. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Potential
for sure.
banger.
Yeah.
Neil, what you got?
For new records, I'm doing Everybody, Nicki Minaj. That's what everybody's doing. But
Yeah.
Red Rum, 21 Savage. And on dance, I just recently did Everybody Wants to Rule the World, Tiesto, Tears for
Wow.
Fears. And that one actually did well.
Wow.
I did that one, and I did I found this remix by Another James, Tyler Water. It's more of a big roomish sound house track,
Yeah.
and that one actually did really well. People kept asking, I ended up having to play it twice, and I don't really play anything twice. But that one did so well that I had to run that one back.
Whose remix was it?
Another James remix. It's very subtle. It's not. It just beefs up the song. That's it. It's nothing crazy. No like wild drop or anything like that. It just really pumps up that song.
Another James.
Oh no.
Sorry, I'm searching. I was just, is it an A or ER?
The second you said that, both Five and CRG were like,
I'm the guy from the Midwest. I'm just gonna. Is it
Another one.
another or Okay, I'm done. We got it. Someone will figure that out. I got my top 5 real quick. The
What you got, dog?
FTCU HMC hype acapella intro. I like that because I feel like if you start a hip hop set or you start like something, you can just throw that in to kind of like
Whoa.
I don't know. It's just yeah.
Jesus.
Sorry, but that was yeah.
I actually play that one too. So
I kind of like that as a starter.
Scrap champagne.
There's this random record I heard. It's called Takata. Oh man, I'm gonna get smashed on this one. Oh, what is it?
It's Takata, but Hugel, right?
who got?
Who? Oh,
Hugo.
man, I shouldn't. Yeah, no, it's by Taga TIAGZ. I should. Fuck, man. I shouldn't be doing the Spanish records. Yeah. Taka. I don't.
Yeah.
Can anyone speak on this? No. Okay, it's a good record.
Wait. I think I know what you're talking about.
It's kind of like yeah. It's a Dembo house record. It's a Dembo
Yeah,
house
I
record.
actually played that record at Marquee last week.
Yeah,
and it did well.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know how to say it, but hopefully I don't want to offend anybody. I'm so sorry. God. All right.
I mean,
That's it. Dimitri Vegas. This is
not going well.
This is one.
I'm
This
so
is one.
fucked.
I'm gonna get through this real quick. Dimitri Vegas is called "Thank You." It's with Mike and Tiesto and Ditto.
Yes.
You heard
I
that,
got a
right?
request for that. So honestly, like, yes, I got a request for that New Year's Eve. I did play that.
Bro, it song's wild. It sounds
And
really good too.
And I was like, what the fuck? And the guy was like, gave me a glass of champagne and $100. I'm like, all right, fuck it, man. Let me download it. Luckily, I wasn't using sticks. And
but it's not an edit though. It looks like an
original
edit.
song. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like an edit. There's 18 different. There's W&W, Ditto, Tiesto, and Dimitri Vegas, and like Mike. And I'm like, I thought it was an edit, but it's not. It's called "Thank You."
Drum and bass, right? Or whatever.
It's 75. Tempo is 75. So
Basically, everybody on Ultra's main stage decided to do one song.
Yeah.
And there was that.
Yeah, that's what it was. They just came together. I don't know. It's a dope record though. "Lovin' on Me," the NIE edit. That's like, it's kind of like B-more-ish, but like I don't know.
Is that B-more or like UK garage type?
Whatever you want to call it. It's just faster.
Is it garage or garage? Sorry. No,
Is it garage?
that
Is
is
it
actually a legit question somebody would ask.
No, dude, my realtor kept calling when I bought my place. He's like, yeah, he goes, yeah, you got a 2-car garage or whatever. I'm like, yo, what'd you say? He goes, he's from Ireland, and he kept saying a garage or garage, and I was like, yo, dog, I don't know what that is, but I don't know if I can put my car in that. And he's like, no, you're fine. And he points, it's the garage. So that is a legit thing that people say.
It's a legit question.
Yo, I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah. And then I got this Corona Rhythm of the Night French Candy. It's a remix, but I don't know. I feel like Rhythm of the Night just goes well no matter where. Okay. Cool, guys.
Right.
Moving on to top 5 closing records. Let's just blow through these real quick. I think that
What are you trying to blow
this
through, guy?
Yo.
top 5 records that you close the night off with, and I feel like you guys are like the Muppets in the balcony, just fucking chirping at me the whole time. Okay, go ahead.
All right, I can go first. I've been running a Victoria Monet Party Girl. If you guys, she's my girl put me onto it, and it's good. You know, closing chill record, R&B record. Buju Banton's on it, and it breaks down to like a little dance hall like part. And then Poison Ivy, Tory Lanez, kind of like a New Jack. I think I talked about it last pod, but yeah, I've been running this like towards the end of the night. Planes. Is it J. Cole and Jeremiah?
Dude, that was on my list. Shut up. That's so random. Yeah,
That's a good song.
One
Yeah, it's
Wish,
a great
Ray
song.
J. Ray
Nice.
J, One Wish,
Ooh.
banger.
Yep.
And Ow by Jeremiah.
Neil. For once, I didn't fuck something up
I
here.
know,
That was you. Yeah.
I got actually somebody.
We.
I was like,
We.
I think I even said it. I was like, man, I don't even know how to say this.
If you guys didn't hear the last pod, but he
Oh,
did
yeah.
the thing. We're going through the list. And he's like, yeah, I like that song called "Ow," and we're like, what? And then we finally figured out he meant "we," but
Yeah.
French wasn't your
I mean, like,
strong
yeah.
Fine.
subject. All right, Neil, what do you got for closers?
So I've been playing like a lot of different types of rooms. So certain rooms. So not all of these apply to like certain open format rooms. I'm just gonna fire off what I've played in different rooms. Let Me See Kodak Black.
Oh, wow.
Rock With You Ashanti.
Nice.
Move Along, All American Rejects.
Mm.
Somebody Told Me The Killers. I just played that one. I forgot how good that song was. And You, Lloyd.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude, that was another one on my list. You guys are killing me. CRG, what do you got?
It's fine, we can overlap.
No, hold on. No, before CRG, before my list is gone, I'm gonna do this because you guys have taken two of them. I have Planes, Confessions Part 2, Usher,
Damn.
Mariah Carey, We Belong Together,
Good one.
and Kelly Rowland and Lil Wayne, Motivation.
Oh, yeah.
That's my whole list.
What was
I'm
that?
just
Alicia Keys I played? Scratchy? The Alicia Keys song?
No one?
Oh, well, If I Ain't Got You, I played that closing. one
Oh.
night. That's a banger. Everyone, Scratchy looked at me crazy when I dropped it, and then the whole fucking room was lit, like singing along.
CRG, what do you got?
So I got
After a minute.
I got Bed by Jay Holiday.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
In Those Jeans by Genuine. I have also Genuine Anxious, and then Trey Songz Panty Dropper.
Hey.
Okay. Look at you. All right.
Dig it
Cool.
deep.
I like that. All right, so we got those are your top 5 closing records. There you guys go. Let's move on to the Sneaky Slappers. Sneaky Slappers. If you guys are new to this podcast, it's basically records that you wouldn't expect, like left field records that just go off, that you may have dropped because you got tipped, or maybe your girlfriend or her friends are like, yo, you got to play this record, and you didn't expect it to go off, and it did. So Sneaky Slappers.
Or you just want to get it in. You know, sometimes you just feel that courageous. You're like, feed. So.
Yeah. If you want to,
Sometimes you don't have to get tipped to play a sneaky slapper. Sometimes you just
or
want to
just,
give them what they didn't know they wanted.
if you want to give it to them, then this is the segment for you.
No, it's get it in.
Get it in. Yes.
Get it in.
Okay, so if you want to get it in, this is for you. CRG, do you want to get it in first?
Yeah. Believe it or not, I've been running this for a while, but the Miley Cyrus "See You Again." So
oh, yeah.
like,
I actually heard you playing that. Yeah. That was-
yeah, that one, like, if you're like in your emo set, it's like
Yeah.
a girl. It's a girl anthem.
Let's see. What is it? New? That's an older
Nah,
record, right?
it's old. It's an old.
It's old.
record.
Yeah. It's not her first album, right? Was it? Or a
I
second?
think so.
One
I
of
think
those.
so. Yeah, it's one of her first albums. Obviously, I've been running back that Nelly "Just a Dream."
Wow.
Boy,
Hmm.
That's a
one's
country
been-
record, right?
This country hip hop. Yeah.
Who is it? With somebody else, right?
I'm not sure.
Just a Dream with Nelly. Hold on. This is I put
Just
this on
a
the radio.
dream.
This was a radio record. Just a Dream by Nelly.
Oh yeah, it definitely was a radio record.
No, I
remember
mean
when
like,
that thing came out.
well, he had another song with a country artist. I'm trying to think who that was, but it was massive. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, but yeah, this was a big record. Remember?
And then the other one has been, I've been running this recently because somebody requested it, was Shaggy Boombastic.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
Forgot about that track, and a lot of people knew.
Was
I
the person
like,
that
oh,
requested
shit.
it
When
like
was
in
that
their
come out?
50s?
Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah,
old.
they
They were-
record.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
an old
like,
record, but
that's-
believe it or not, it's still like, I was like, people were like, yo, like we like Shaggy too. I was like, all right, shit, I need to start adding
So
this
like
too.
younger people knew it too.
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. So
It was a good early
record.
record though. It wasn't like, I was like starting the night, somebody requested it. I was like, all right, cool. And
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Cool. 5 Neil, who wants to take this one?
Neil. Hold on, I need to,
Show
I
us
need to
how you
find my
get it
list.
in, Neil.
Well, I mean, for mine aren't like left turns too much. They're just not.
They're roundabouts.
They're kind of. I mean, Tyler, that another James remix. Yeah, I'm like kind of. I don't really know how to categorize these things. So Tyler, that another James remix is that I'm a big fan of that one. Water, Tyler, another James remix. Strike, Lil Yachty. That one gets a lot of reaction out here. Skrilla, Kodak Black,
banger.
yeah. But it's like one of those ones you won't hear at like a top 40 club.
No.
It's
Hood ass.
kind of like, yeah, if you know it, you know it.
Well, what's the room you're
And
playing it in?
if you play it and they start singing it, you know exactly what crowd you got.
But like, yeah, but
100%.
like, is it? What kind of crowd is it for? Is it more for like a lounge, or is it like?
It's kind of a split. It's like a hood crowd and like the college crowd.
Okay, I was
Like
gonna say,
it's kind of like
yeah.
right
it's
in between that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sia, Chandelier.
Oh
You
yeah.
said that a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that one I played. That one went off, and it was just like a. I mean, I haven't heard
How do
anybody
you play
really play
that
it out
though?
here.
I want to know how you play that.
I actually edited it down where it's almost just the hook, the breakdown right back into the hook.
But
So it does
the
that
hook
countdown,
goes
that
like-
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you
and then
start there,
and it jumps right in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the verse is chill, and then she kind of like it stops and goes, and then she starts singing the big. She belts out those vocals. So
Man,
it's like,
they are just waiting for that. That is the only
yeah,
thing that
and they
these people
sing
are waiting
it too.
for.
Yeah, it's a great record.
You know what, Neil? You remind me one as soon as you said Sia. One more that has been hitting really hard for me is that "Get Up" by Sierra and Chamillionaire.
Oh yeah. Yep. It's the
Oh wow.
the booty bass kind of
Yeah.
130 BPMs record.
What
right?
really quick, just to put into context for people who are, like what kind of a room would you say that would be good in? Is it more of like a club, or is it more you playing it more in like kind of a bar hybrid club, or
I will say super open format, and like when I mean super, like you can go wide range, or like an early set, like in the night where you're playing like My Humps and all that. You're just kind of warming up the night.
yeah. Dope. Cool. 5, what do you got?
I got got a few, quite a few. Mariah Carey, I like that. Big again.
Oh shit.
Yeah. LL Cool J, Baby. That's like if you're doing like a hip hop open format, mainly hip hop though, like hip hop heavy open format night. Shaggy Wasn't Me. Did we talk about this before?
I don't think so.
No.
But I mean, it is like a sing along, but not too sneaky slapper. But I haven't played it.
No,
in a
it's a great
while.
record.
Yeah.
No, it's a great. Yeah, everyone sings that.
And Pitbull Fireball.
Shit. Holy cow.
I was a sneaky slapper just hearing it.
Jesus. Yeah, that was
Hey, we need to cut that and put it as a sample button. Fireball.
And that's the reaction he's probably getting in the club. Just like, whoa. Yeah, if you don't understand what a sneaky slapper is, it was just demonstrated just now.
I was in Puerto
For sure.
I played it. I was in Puerto Rico and I didn't play anything they wanted to hear. I got off. My set was done. The opener went back on and he played Fireball. And the place erupted. The place went crazy. I'm like, what the fuck?
Not Rich Baby Daddy.
And
Not Just Want to Rock. It was Fireball.
It's sneaky for me because before that, I've never played that song before in my life.
I hated that song when it came out.
Even when it came out, I hated that record so much, but now I
Same.
love it.
Same.
Now I love it.
And I'm just screen capturing Jerzy right now.
Oh shit! Looks like
So if you guys are just listening to us, his camera froze at the best moment.
let me guess, he didn't update that 2014 laptop yet. Huh? Jeez, man.
Jerzy, fix yourself, man.
Oh,
Fix
he is
yourself.
frozen.
I think it's either
so-
that or his internet went out.
All right. Well,
Well, we can take this time out to for a bathroom break because he's gonna have to restart.
Anyway. Okay, so we're back. All right, so let me go over these slappers real quick. I got Ty Dolla $ign in The Weeknd and Wiz Khalifa or Nah.
Oh yeah,
That record
that's a good one.
it's a random one, but I heard it somebody play it and it just I don't know, it's kind of a vibe too. Pink, Raise Your Glass. That was another one that Pauly D played. By the way, I was like, just those records, like just hearing everybody sing them, and
that was your jam, wasn't it? That whole era,
bro. That was like, when people go like they peaked at a certain time. I peaked. The pink era is the moment I peaked at. I peaked in life. Raise Your Glass. Tayo Cruz, Dynamite is another one that I think people kind of like forgot about. But there's a lot of edits too. Like you don't necessarily, if I'm listing these, don't think that we're just playing the original ones too. Like the pink one, Raise Your Glass, was a Calvin Harris like edit. And then Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling. I played that. I didn't think I was gonna bring it back, and I brought it back, and I tried it out, and like it was just the room just like changed. Like it was just people
still banking. Yeah,
but it's like it was like a feel good. Like people were just like, "Fuck yeah, let's do this." I'm like, "Yeah, man, I got a feeling." Like, just
usually I play that, and then you just get on the mic and just say, if you're with your best friend having a good time,
yeah, like make out with somebody,
and then
or
they're just like right there.
Yeah.
Your best
you went
friend having a
straight
good
for a
time.
make out with somebody.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if you're with your best friend, you can make out. Well, maybe not your best friend, but like if you're with someone.
I mean,
Jesus,
if you're
what
in
kind
a
of parties
group-
you running, Jersey?
Well, if you were in a group of like, no. If you're in a group of friends and then there was like one that you were looking at and you're like, this is
Hug
the
your
time
best
to make
friend.
out.
There you go. Yeah.
Why
I'm
would
gonna
you
shoot my
slap
shot.
her?
Motherfucker.
I'm gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna shoot my shot.
That's the
This
song
is
to
it.
shoot your shot for.
This
yeah.
is it.
This is the moment right here.
That's a new segment. When to shoot your shot, what songs do you need to play? That's
I Got a Feeling. And Fireball.
could you imagine?
Depends on what
imagine-
party you're at.
Could you imagine like at a wedding, someone's like, "Yo, I knew you were the one when I heard Fireball." Like that was like I saw you across the dance floor, but when Fireball was playing, that was our song.
I knew that was
I knew
the
you were the
moment.
Someone's gonna claim that. All right, sneaky slappers for Drake. This is a new one. We just kind of wanted to do a little bit of a segment inside of a segment. Like we usually do our sneaky slappers, but then I think Neil came up with it and we forgot to do it last time. But talking about I guess Drake, he's got some records that you obviously know his hits, but then there's records that you may have forgotten about, or ones that were like album cuts that you're playing. Who wants to go first on this?
Anyone? I mean, I'll go first. Go. They're not really. I mean,
It's tough.
I mean,
because I play a lot of Drake.
For Drake. Yeah, for Drake fans, like all of his songs are bangers, right?
Yeah.
But the ones like DJs don't really play too much, I guess. Pain 1993 with Cardi. That's a good one. Up
That's
All
a
Night.
good
You
one.
guys still play that? I
play that,
I
yeah.
have a mix with that. Marvin's Room. good sing along. DNF, Drunken Fuck. I think that's a Party Next Door record. Or whose record is that? But Drake is on it. And get drunk and fuck, fuck. Jungle is another one. It's like could be like a. You never heard that, Jerzy?
Mm-mm.
Really?
We don't play that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You don't play that in Brick City?
In Brick City. we're gonna have a brick count here. Just how many times that
I'm
this
telling
is
you,
gonna
man,
come
Home
back.
Depot needs to sponsor you. Just like that department.
The brick
get you
department.
The department that has bricks, cinder
Landscaping,
blocks,
like
all that
what?
stuff.
Yeah, the landscaping aisle. Okay.
I'm gonna get you the Supreme brick for your birthday. That's what, Jungle, Drake, like a sneaky banger, slapper, closer. All the ladies love it.
Cool. CRG.
I got Drake Making Me Proud.
Ooh.
That one. Portland, believe it or not, I still play it with Quavo and Travis Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Wu-Tang Forever.
Wow.
That's probably like my three that I feel like a lot of people don't get to play, and I sometimes want to play it.
I'm gonna run through these real quick. I got Still Here. I usually do it at the end of the night. Drake's Still Here. Drake and well, it says The Throne, but it's Pop Style. I feel like that's a cool. I don't know. Mob Ties. I got Miss Me Still Goes Off, and the one with Jeezy and Lil Wayne. I'm going in. That's what I got.
Rats. You took one of mine.
That's why I wanted to go before you. I knew that.
Yeah.
I just.
Well, I mean,
I saw it in your eyes. I was like,
I was like, don't say Miss Me, but
yeah,
you did. Now, well, just to explain this a little bit, the Drake slappers, it could have been any artist. Like I think that there's like segments where we should do like specific artists, like I don't know, Kanye or Nicki Minaj or
Nicki
like
Minaj
people that have like
catalog.
Yeah, a catalog.
Lil Wayne's got a
of
catalog
songs.
too. Yeah,
Wayne,
R. Kelly.
Yeah, so
you could-
that's
do
why
that
we're
one.
doing
Yeah.
Drake. I don't want people to be like, "Yo, Neil just wanted to do Drake segment," because
we're gonna ease into that. It's just like this is just the tip of the Drake slappers.
You're not trying to give him the whole thing.
No, we're not gonna give it to him like whatever you said in the last one. Not the full. We're just gonna kind of just poke
Just the
around
tip?
for a minute.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I got Thank Me Now, Drake. I got I'm on one. Right above it. I had Miss Me, but now Best I Ever Had. And Legend, Drake.
Oh, Legend. Yeah, that's a good one. Cool, guys. All right. Well, let's get into the main segment, I guess.
The meat.
The meat.
The girth.
The girth.
The brisket.
We gotta come up with better. We gotta come up with better adjectives here for our guest. This is not. We can't call him the girth segment.
The chode.
This is
Sorry.
CRG. I'm sure. Not gonna call him a chode. All right, that's weird. All right, our
Can't
guy,
replace the girth.
our guy from Austin, Texas. And I think collectively we're trying to get people on the podcast that are big names in their market. They're running their, the market. They've been there for a long time. They represent their city. I think it's really important for us to get knowledge from people that, can speak on their places that, they've been around town. They know the owners, they know the clubs, they know just the culture. That's a lot. So that's why we have CRG on as our first guest. So welcome to the show. I was going to clap, but I can't really clap that much because I'm holding a
I
microphone.
appreciate you having me though. This has been fun already.
Yeah, man. I guess thank you for doing this, and we're just gonna start just pelleting you with the questions here.
Let's go.
All right. So like we said earlier, you're from Austin, Texas, or not from, but you're currently living there, and you represent Austin, and you pretty much play a lot of the top spots out there. What can you speak on? I guess the city and speak on the scene and the culture and what kind of stuff going on there.
I feel like right now the scene's like in a transition period, with the whole before, if you went out and if you ever been in Nashville, it's almost like that. You go out to places and go party and all that. But I think ever since the tech boom happened during the pandemic, I think we're finally transitioning to more higher class, like kind of New York style, like
Yeah,
going
like
to lounges,
bars.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I was just actually seeing a article saying that 256 restaurants and bars opened last year, just alone in Austin. But it's like all new cocktail. It's all mostly like cocktail lounges stuff. Like right now, I think everybody's kind of like chilling from the club stuff. But besides that, like food's amazing here. Like there's always a lot of stuff to eat. Fitness is very big. A lot of people like to run the trail here. They like the gym, stuff like that. But besides that, it's always like something to do here. Like if you want to go to a winery, you want to go eat some barbecue, or like have just a chill night at cocktail bar, and then obviously
Jersey
a bunch
likes
of clubs.
Tex-Mex. Yeah.
What the?
Oh,
whoa.
see, he got mad about
Man.
he got mad about my Tex-Mex.
He's like, fuck this, I'm out. Oh, we're getting feedback.
Oh, you got
Yeah. Yep. Your microphone's off.
Man, sorry, Jersey. I didn't know the Tex-Mex comment would hurt you.
Yeah, he's just like, fuck this, I'm out, guys. You're gonna keep fucking grilling me.
Nope.
No.
Oh, there you go. Oh, no.
I don't even think your microphone's on. I think you're...
Scratchy's got to go feed his dog, man. Yeah.
Can't handle.
No cap. Hey, go take that shit outside real quick and let it cool off.
Yeah. You need to take that out in the back and shoot it.
I got
Like,
it.
Hey, go. Hey,
Dude, hey. Dude, no, I think that's what, dude. I could hear the fan kicking on, so I think
it's
like,
overheating. Then
Yeah, I
you
think
should.
I gotta get a new computer. I think this is like,
hey, you figured that out now?
dude, I never had this issue before. I never
do
had
that.
to like.
Do the Midwest cooler and put it on the ice real quick. Take it outside.
Ice pack.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Put it in the snow
like,
real quick.
But I could hear the fan now, and I was like, "Oh man, something dropped out." But, sorry.
But it was you.
Yeah, I'll get a new computer. My bad. This is whack. I'll have one by next month. Okay, so you were talking about the culture or talking about the scene where we left off. What can you describe? Kind of like the demographic, I guess. Is it pretty well mixed? Is it heavy in a certain direction of anybody?
Honestly, it's pretty well mixed here. Before, like, if you would say 5, 6, 7 years ago, it was pretty like, I wouldn't say like maybe a lot of country and all that, and like, predominantly white. But now it's like definitely very more diverse. Ever since like everybody started moving from California, New York, everybody just started coming in Texas. So definitely you've seen like the big dynamic culture change from before pandemic to now.
Yeah, I saw like 3 Asian people there. I was tight.
Okay. You're like, sweet.
All right.
My peoples. My peoples.
You
all right,
instantly just started hanging out with them. like, hey guys.
They probably gave him a bottle of Hennessy.
Hi. All right, cool. Well, can you describe, like, I know there's different, for people who haven't been there before or just not really familiar with the areas, there's different districts and areas in Austin. Do you want to break that down? And like, I guess like, what's the hot areas? What do you see? Like, is there a strip of, I think there's like Dirty Six and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But,
So right now there's like 4, so there's 4 districts, like main districts that everybody goes out. In downtown Austin, I would say Rainey is the first one, where obviously I used to do Parlor Room. Y'all been there before. That's one of the districts that right now is getting like kind of, I wouldn't say gentrified, but like so many new buildings and high rises are going. So I think maybe like 3-4 years from now, it's finally going to be back to normal. I think we just got to ride the wave. Then everybody from Rainey has recently moved to the east side. So everybody that used to go to Rainey is now going on where I live on the east side of downtown. So the east side is like 35 going east. So like if you're going 35 north going to Dallas, to anybody that sees a map, it's going east from 35. And that's where it's like super open format. Like you're talking about Blink 182 to ABBA to Stand Alive, stuff like that. Then when you go left of 35, which recently now like bar owners are kind of changing. It was kind of a lot more hip hop, but now I think they're trying to get back the old dirty where, you know, it's all open format as well and stuff like that. Then you have West 6, which is like passing Congress, and then once you get that side of the west side, that's basically the hot area right now. Like everybody's just going there to like, it's more club stuff, you know, everybody dresses up there more and all that.
Is that where that's not where Mayfair and all that stuff is at, right?
So that's literally where Mayfair is. That's where it starts all the way.
Okay.
So then obviously there's the 4th Street district where that's like basically like, you know, where the gay clubs are at and all that. And that place is popping 7 days a week. If you ever want to party here in Austin, just go there. Like it's always a party there. And then obviously up north is like the Domain, which is like where the mall is at. A lot of people that are usually in the Domain stay in the Domain. They don't like come to downtown. So
that's just far.
Yeah, it is. It's like a 30.
I stayed out there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I did the holiday party. Yeah,
it's like 25 minutes from downtown, and with traffic, if you're like, you know, you're trying to do something during daytime, it's like an hour away.
Wow,
like stuck in traffic. But
what's the number one? What's it like the main like? I guess, you know, for instance, like Chicago has River North, we have West Loop. Like, what's the main area you would say that's kind of popping right now at this
I think
moment?
West 6, like hands down West 6. I mean, Buford's, Greenlight, Key Bar. There's like a lot of different, like Mayfair, obviously, Devil May Care, which is one of like my favorite cocktail bars. You know, they got food and everything. So like I feel like that whole area is more like the older, like I want to say older, but like maybe the between the 24s to like 32 like area. That's where everybody likes to go out right now. So usually that's where like anywhere else, if you go pregame, you're probably going to end up in like West 6 by the end of the night.
Nice. Cool. All right. So if someone's coming to Austin for the first time, what do they have to do, see, or eat?
Barbecue.
I know Terry Black's is number one too, because that is
bomb.
Slaps.
Terry Black's is number 1, and then La Barbecue will be number 2. So those are like 2 of my favorite spots right now. There was an incident happened at one of my favorite restaurants, which is Red Ash. That one was like a fire spot, but like it's getting kind of something happened where something was burning inside, so like they're gonna bring it back. But
a passion is just burning inside.
Was the food straight fire?
Sorry. I mean, so what happened was Joe Rogan
Go ahead.
Sorry, guys.
So what happened was Joe Rogan said it on his podcast, and it was hard to get a reservation after that. But it's like super, super, super fire. Like
a lot of restaurants went out there, but from LA too.
Cool. Well, let's get into I guess the meat, because you already did the potatoes. So let's what advice, this is a hard question, okay? What advice would you give someone playing in Austin for the first time?
Personally, I always ask, like, I usually ask people to come early and check out the vibe, because like Austin changes every week, like depending what bachelorettes are coming to town, like, you know, because a lot of people, like a lot of bachelorettes like to come here, and they like to, everything changes, you know, it's not the same people, it's like a tourist city and all that. So like when that kind of changes, like you got to kind of check out who's out, what's the vibe going to be. Are you going to play EDM most of the night? Are you going to play R&B? Or are you going to play hip hop? Or are you going to have an emo set? Like that's like, you have to kind of check all that out. That way you kind of know like where the pockets to hit up. Like that's like one of the biggest things that I always tell people, because it's never the same shit every week.
So does it just kind of depend on your area too, like what area you're in?
Yeah, I mean, like for example, like, you know, when you did Parlor, right? It was like you play majority hip hop. Sometimes it's open. Like even Five has come there and played super open there, and it's worked. Zach has come there at Parlors. So every week it changes, you know. So sometimes like it's one of those big things where like you got to kind of know like what the demographic is, what kind of weekend's going to be, like what's in town. Is it going to be a football weekend? If it's a football weekend, you're more likely going to be an open format weekend.
Room.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Neil, did you hear that? I played hip hop.
But did you?
No, I mean, I'm just.
But did you? I got a feeling doesn't count.
Hey, man, I'm clearly the hip hop guy in Austin.
I got a feeling to Plain Jane.
Pretty much. All right. What? Speaking of music genres, which ones would you say kind of work best out there? Like, what majority of the crowds, you can get away with?
So one of the big ones here is actually Doses and Mimosas. Like, for some reason, that's like an Austin anthem. Like, if you're playing like a peak hour, get the Tiesto remix, and usually always works because people sing that shit to the heart.
That's crazy. What genre of music would you say is kind of like the best out there to play? Like, if you're going out there and you're like, I got a DJ, obviously the rooms are different, but like, does country go off? Is it Latin? Is there a big Latin following, or is it EDM or whatever?
The good thing about Austin is very diverse now. So like, it's like, I always say that if you come to Austin, come with that mentality like DJ AM style, like super mashup, super open, like, because you can go any direction, and if the crowd eats it up, it's like throwing bread at ducks. They'll like just keep eating it. So Latin scenes there is, but it's like very like individual parties, like you can go there's a spot called Mala Vida, and then obviously Ash has Voodoo Room where they do a Latin night on the weekends. So like, they're very like most of those kind of parties, like hip hop parties as well, they're very specific to certain venues. So if you're like wanting that certain genre, you can find that.
Nice. Hot. Cool. Nice and well mixed. I think you're just kind of like, my experiences out there as well. It's, I think it depends on the room, but like you said, I can vouch to saying that, like, I played Summit with you, and then that's like, kind of like big room, and then I did that we did the parlor room. Yeah, and parlor room was like, didn't know what to expect, and it was like a fun hip hop party. Yeah, it was like a backyard. It was a 4th of July week. That's probably one of my favorite parties I played last year. That was 4th of July weekend. So yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. What would you say a misconception in, like, if people were to like say, yo, Austin, Texas, what's the first thing you're like, that's not true,
That we're all country?
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Believe it or
you get
not,
that a lot?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you came to Austin 10 years ago, yeah, it was like majority,
likely,
a lot of country spots. Now, like, even when we get bachelorettes with Nashville, people coming in, where else can we listen to country here? And like, there's some spots here and there, right? But it's like not like crazy amount like spots of like country spots here. Like, there's like,
so people come to country.
It's not Nashville.
Yeah, like people come to Austin expecting country is what you're saying, like bachelorette parties and stuff. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Now hopefully they're no. Go ahead. What did you say?
Oh no, go ahead, because I think you're getting to it.
And then I think I think this is my last question is, what would you say Austin what makes Austin unique in terms of compared to other cities? Like, I think every city kind of has its staple, what it's known for, maybe their culture, the music, but what's something that's like, hey, nobody else has this, we have it here, and this is why we're the best.
That's tough because there's so much to do. Like, I think one of the big things over here is like having a lake here and a big river where people go, like, basically like during the summertime. I mean, the Austin, like Travis, insanely packed. Like, people literally come to town just for that. And like, it's unique there because it's like everybody puts their boats together, they rage pretty hard during the summer and all that, and then at nighttime is like everybody, like, it's just a very specific thing to do every year there. Like, that's one of them. I think too, like, culture wise, everybody gets along. Like, one of the biggest things that I'll say is like, anybody that visit Austin, will always say like, man, there's some really nice people here. Like,
people are really nice out there for sure.
If you go to New York and get bumped at, you're like, oh snap, like, you can start a fight right then and there. You know what I mean? So it's like,
but they'll get your back if somebody, an outsider, tries to fight you. They'll fight you.
I asked for
but
directions in New York
you.
one time. I got flicked off. Some guy, I asked for directions and he flicked me off. So
so now people are like very kind here. Like, I will say that, like, everybody gets along.
Austin is definitely one of my favorite cities to go to.
Yeah.
You guys also have, I think, I'm not sure if you touched on, I don't think you have, but like, you have F1, you have big events out there.
Yeah.
You have the festivals, Austin City Limits. I think those are things that also it's pretty
South
unique
by
about
South.
your city.
So
South by Southwest.
Yeah. So ACO, obviously that's pretty big. And it's obviously like 2 weeks. I don't know if it's the same C3, which does Lollapalooza, obviously. So
yeah.
But that and F1 are pretty big, and obviously like the UT football team, you know, like that's like a massive like.
You guys have a what?
The UT football team, the University of Texas. Their football team's
yeah.
like.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's like I feel like the whole city kind of shuts down to like watch those games.
If they win, the city's electric. Like it's one of those things where it's like the city has pride for the football team here. Yeah, and then obviously South by Southwest. It's a little different right now because I think there's a transition period as well, like I said. But yeah, I mean, back in the day, South by Southwest, I remember seeing Skrillex between two buildings in an alleyway. So like, there's always that culture where it's just like you never know what's gonna happen. Sometimes here it's so unique, and I think that's the beauty about Austin. Is like, you know, some things happen where even like the people you meet, you never know you're gonna meet a person that's actually gonna be important to you for some future business or anything like that. You know, so like. I think that's
definitely an up and coming. Like it's growing. I feel like some big cities are starting to get smaller. You know, people are moving out, and I feel like Austin, you constantly hear people talking about it, and like just tourism, such as like conventions make a big difference and all that stuff. So you know that all brings money into your pocket because you know you guys there's after parties, there's buyouts, corporate things, and events.
I also think too, like a lot of these big companies are moving into Texas, and like obviously Austin, like being one of them. And I think right now it's like I said in a transition period, but I think that's gonna help like even the generation in the future, like to like build better, like you know, better maybe get the nightclubs going again and stuff like that. Because right now everything's like very like loungy, but I think because
I saw that on your Instagram too. You posted something, and I just want to speak on that because you did say the scene has been really rough in Austin recently, and I think you know a lot of markets kind of like that. So is it just people not wanting to go out, or is it they're looking for different things other than just going to a nightclub?
I think everything peaked so hard because like after pandemic we were the first ones to open.
People went
and so
hard.
like when everybody came in here, like they raged, but like it was affordable, right? But then obviously some of the people, because like for example in Texas, there's no like LA, like you know they can control the rent. You can only raise a certain amount. Here, they want to raise it for 1,000, they can raise it for 1,000.
Wow.
So like I think what happened during that time, that right now in this period, is like we finally peaked, and now like prices are finally slowly starting to get down. And I think once we reach that level, I think nightlife will get better again. But yeah, right now that's the problem. Like I think we are still in that transition phase where like, where's the city gonna go? How's the city gonna develop? But I mean, right now, yeah, nightlife is kind of like weird right now because I think all this construction, there's nowhere to park or anything like that. But once all this is done, I think it's gonna finally take to a better place, you know?
Dope. Cool. You guys got anything else?
I have one question. The one thing so whenever I travel, I sometimes if it's like a newer city, I'll go out there for like a couple days, you know, just to find out who the players are and you know who the main DJs are and stuff like that. But and one of the things that I also try to pay attention to is the local hits. So like I know Texas is even broken down into sections: Dallas, Houston, you know, Austin. One thing I want to know from you is like, what are your top 5 like hits for your local area? So like say if I came in there and headlined, I mean, this is what I tend to do is like when I used to go to Atlanta or North Carolina or something like that, I will try to figure out what their local hits are because they're not expecting me to play that. And I'll wedge it in where it's like, that's like a sneaky slapper section.
Kind of like a little
oh
wink.
shit. Yeah. It's like, oh shit,
like,
he knows our shit. Not like the obvious things. Like what are your local hits that you know hit?
So like that Jimmy Wednesdays, like every first Wednesday in the month, emo night. And I mean, I'm talking about, it's called a bar. So what's funny, it's a bar called Barbarella, right? And crazy as hell. But on Thursdays, they do a Y2K night every Thursday. And every time like I get my friends that come in town or like, you know, I get asked about bachelorettes and like they want to go out on Thursday just to pregame, I'm like, go here.
Oh, no. I don't mean it like places to hit. I'm talking about like your songs. Your songs. Like what are like Austin like local hits? Like if you play in New York, there are like a couple of New York tracks that
like we have Chief Keef here.
Yeah,
Like,
so Dos is
Finito
so-
is like that's
so
our anthem. over here.
Austin kind of doesn't have one because it isn't like in the middle of everything, right? But like if you wanted to play like a Houston like Big X to Plug Texas, it's gonna hit here.
Yeah.
What is it?
Big X to Plug Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's like that's like the new like powwow right now, like banger. Obviously, you play.
I've never heard it. Yeah, I can say
Yeah, if you play that.
wholeheartedly, I've never heard
What's
that.
that OT Mexican record, right?
Oh, see,
yeah. Mexican OT
Yeah, Mexican OT.
with Paul Wall. That's a big Texas record.
Yeah, let me tell you.
And then
right
like,
now.
how about like the Dallas stuff, like the D-Town Boogie, like because I have like a whole like Dallas crate that
Jesus, yeah. I mean,
Jay
So-
Espinosa gave me.
So in Texas,
this is what I've always wanted to know is like local
So in
hits.
Texas, so obviously the first time I met Neo was in Dallas actually at Mr.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yep.
So one of them was Oak Cliff. Like some places don't allow that in Dallas, but like if you play that, it's definitely a Texas banger. I would say
Yeah.
Zero, Mo City Don.
Yeah, Mo
Don.
City was like Houston. Yeah.
Yeah, Wanna Be a Baller is another one. Like people
Oh,
will know
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I know that one. Yeah.
But right now the newest one is Big X to Plug. That's like right now like the Pop Smoke of New York. You play anything Big X,
Wow.
it's like, yeah, like it's
No
finally.
shit. See,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is what I'm talking. This is the notes I'm taking right now.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm like,
I'm like trying to get
Big
down.
X the plug.
Yeah, so and then another one then what Five said, Mexican OT right now is like he actually lives in Austin now too. So like
Oh,
he's
wow.
been like going around and like, you know, putting his name out there and stuff like that. What's funny, he did a festival recently and there were more so he was playing before Flow Rider. And there were after Mexican OT got off, people left. They didn't even want to watch Flow Rider. It's how crazy it was. Like
Damn.
Yeah, so he's like on the come up right now too.
Yeah.
Where is he?
That-
Where is he from?
I think he's from Houston or Bay City. I think if I'm not mistaken, but I think he recently just moved to Austin and stuff like that.
So like Austin kind of, if you're playing, depending on the room, but like the music kind of pulls from all different cities inside of Texas, is what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Pretty much.
Got it.
Pretty
Cool.
much.
There's no like Austin like artist or anything like
Nah,
that.
I don't
that's
think
in that
there's
scene.
I don't think there's ever been that I know of. So if
Okay.
anybody from Austin hears this and I'm mistaken, let me
Crazy
know.
too. Like South by Southwest, like you would think there would be some like Austin rappers
Well, see-
or like singers or somebody that'd be like, yo,
It's
this
so
is
diverse. I mean, I remember like, you know,
It's like a melting pot, is like what you're
yeah,
saying.
so I
Like,
mean, I
everyone
still
comes-
somewhere have Big Sean's and Kendrick Lamar's when they were passing out their CDs on the street.
yeah,
Like, you know, it's like always been like one of those cities
Mixed.
that all the music comes in and like, you know, it just mixed, you know, from EDM to like drum and bass and to like there's always something to do here, you know.
cool. Awesome. Well, dude, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast as
Thank you,
our
sir.
first guest. We appreciate it. And
I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah,
it's good
thank
to
you
see
for
you.
letting us. Yeah, it's just, this is
been a
big,
minute.
man. Yeah.
My 3 favorite guys, I ain't gonna lie.
Aw,
Clip. Hey,
Shucks.
James, clip that too. Yeah, just let him know. But no,
to
dude,
remind him in case he
yeah,
forgets.
just remind him. But yeah, dude, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast. Just really quick, want to give some shout outs to some people that have been showing us a lot of love. Bobby Boucher out of Cleveland, Erlush, and AO from Boston. So you guys got anybody else you want to mention or say what's up to?
I mean, shout out to Stebu. I just want to shout him out.
Stebu.
I just want to shout him out.
Steve, hey, shout out to James too, who is, you know, James Vickery, who's just a
Hey,
G who
Vic.
just puts up with our shit on our podcast. He edits everything and our clips and everything like that. So shout out to James. Scratchy, who is the one that's just keeping the lights on and making sure that we sound right, and also giving us feedback on everything.
At least
So
3 of us. Your computer needs to change.
I'm getting a new computer, guys. I'm getting
Scratchy can't fix that.
a lot of people don't know, but like we have some really good editors because my computer in every podcast somehow just clunks out, and I've discovered because I think it's overheating. So I'm gonna get a new computer.
No shit.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I gotta get some shout outs to DJ Kunal, Lil Fax Machine, Kazi, my buddy Turbs, and
Turbs.
Marco Polenta.
Marco
Penta.
Polenta.
Marco Penta.
Shout out to
So,
Marco, man.
CRG, you want to give anyone? You have a girl you're dating? You want to like throw something out there, or no?
Oh,
Nah, I want to give a shout out to
Wow.
all the DJs that are taking the time to listen to this, like all these podcasts that y'all put out, man. Because honestly, it's really good to like sometimes we get stuck doing the everyday work 5 days a week, and you don't get to step out. So like, big shout out to everybody that's putting in the effort to help the culture out right now, man. That's dope.
Cool. I'm gonna take that. That was for us. So thank you. Thank you.
like you're
Thank you.
welcome. You're
welcome.
welcome.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you, CRG. Everybody that's tuning in to listen. Don't forget, we have a playlist that gets updated. So all the songs that CRG mentioned from Houston, those records, and a bunch of other ones that Neil listened.
That I'll
listed.
check out by you.
Yeah, those are real records. They're going to be on this playlist, so it's on Spotify. The link is somewhere floating around, but I'm sure you can get it. I think it's floating around somewhere. Also, big up to the Fourth Meal podcast with Five and Deluxe, and now Scratchy, who's he's featured now. So
What?
Yeah.
He's like front of camera.
He's permanent. Yeah.
he's there.
Whoa.
I hear him. Yeah, he's
Yep.
Scratchy's now. He refused to do ours, but he's doing theirs. So this is
Is this a 2024 resolution?
yeah, that's what he did. So he picked a side. Anyway, everyone else, please feel free to leave comments, and we will catch you next month. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.